Now, when I was talking to Val, I asked her whether she, as a top athlete, was able to make a good living from athletics, because we know that a lot of athletes struggle. Here's what she had to say.
You know, fortunately for me, I have great sponsors and, you know, people that help me with like Visa and Sky City and Sports New Zealand and the government. They've all come together to enable me to do what I do. At the very start, it was hard. We didn't have nothing. Track and field is a minor sport. You know, it's not like rugby. You cannot compare the two together. But nowadays, you know, there is a chance for you to make a living. Overseas with obviously the Diamond League series, that's where I get paid. And also, while I am away, people with my sponsors or part of my team, they're here supporting me financially to be able to do what I do, or else it wouldn't be possible.
Have there been other countries that have tried to lure you away, you know, offered you the big money?
Yeah.
Is that tempting?
No, never.
Why, Val?
I love New Zealand too much. I would never leave, even if it was for millions and millions of dollars. Nothing will ever lure me away from New Zealand. I'll always be true to New Zealand. I'm loyal to my country, and I love this place with all my heart. There's no place like home in my eyes, and this is it.
God, they'll all be crying in front of the TV sets listening to this. I'm just about having a bubble here myself. Val, what I need to ask you then is the whole bit to do with role model. Like, I see you with the New Zealand flag around you, and I see you excited when you win.
Yeah.
Are you conscious about being a role model? There are so many young New Zealand women who are looking up to you these days.
Definitely, I do know that, and I do know that I'm a role model for young people in New Zealand, and I like and hope that one day, if I can just help one person, you know, achieve their dreams, it's a success for me. Because it's, you know, especially coming with the background I had, I didn't have the easiest life in the world or the easiest background in the world, but I made it, and it is possible to do. Just with a little bit of hard work and a little bit of support, anything is possible.
That unbridled joy you get when you finally won it, you fire the New Zealand flag around your shoulders and you charge across to the other side of the track, it's so natural. It's just a reaction, isn't it?
It is a reaction, and you know, sometimes like Daegu, now when I look at the videos, I'm like, God, you're such a dork doing that, but it's actually an emotion that you cannot control. I mean, I won, I was happy that I won, and I think in Berlin I was a little bit more tame that I won, and it was cool, but because I threw 21-24 and broke the championship record, I was just, you know, I just went crazy because I'd achieved what I wanted to with the short period of time I had at Jean-Pierre, and we've done it, and I, you know, did it at the World Champs, and I just couldn't control it, but I jumped around like a freaking hooligan and got a flag chucked at me, and it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling, but you just shake and try, almost hyperventilate. That's how excited you were.
You must never lose that, because that's you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that is the part of it that I think people love. We've talked about training, so let's talk about diet. Is there anything special you take?
No. Just everything in moderation, eating the right foods at the right time, and just exercise. You know,
do you take protein shakes and all that sort of thing?
Yeah,
any supplements?
Yeah, protein shakes, protein bars, electrolytes, you know, the normal things to fuel yourself while you are training, especially long training sessions. You need to fuel yourself right through the training session so you can last. But just eating right, eating healthy, and enjoying life. At the end of the day, you're not, you know, I don't live in, as you can see, on green leaves or, you know, lettuce leaves or anything like that, or rabbit food, I call it. I don't. As you can see, I'm a Tongan woman, so, you know, I need my sustenance, and, you know, protein is it, and I love it. But in moderation, you don't have to eat a big feed, you know, all at once, but you can eat things in moderation.
How dramatically has that changed?
Pretty dramatically, but this was done 2 years ago, so it's sort of like a change of lifestyle, and it's just a habit now. You know, I live my life like this, and this is my day-to-day living, and it's just part of the journey. And I'd never ever want to go back to what I was before. It's
going to be a fascinating book, isn't it?
I think so.
It really is. I think it is too, because I'll tell you what, I'll be lining up to read it. You've lived it, we're sitting in and watching it, and you've been part of our lives for a long time.
Yeah. Are you getting bored yet?
No, I'm not. I think the best chapter is about to be written in London. But hey, not for me to put the pressure on it anyway, because I think you put it on yourself, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I want London just as much as everybody else, if not more. But, you know, that's why I do what I do today and every day. It's because if we didn't have that goal or that drive, why do it? And London is no different. Jean-Pierre is just as motivated as I am.
Something you can't control. Opponents using drugs, does that concern you?
You know, I don't really care. You know, if they want to use drugs, good for them. It's just a matter of, you know, going in there and whoever performs best, and if they can hide it the best, then they'll get away with it. If not, they'll get caught eventually, and say la vie to them. But it's just part of sport, I suppose, and track and field is obviously a lot of that happens within track and field, but the testers are always going to be chasing the athlete, and that's just the way it goes. But I don't really give a shit.
The case with Stephen, is your relationship with him close?
Do you know, I don't really have a lot to do with Stephen. He was the youngest of my dad's kids and was brought up in Rotorua, and now he's over in Pittsburgh doing what he does. But you know, he's talked to me on a couple of occasions about what's happening with his career and stuff, and I just wish him all the best. And he knows there's going to be a lot of hard work to be done if he wants to make it big time.
Val, they talk about the New Zealand team at the Olympics, but I'm going to suggest to you that if you're compartmentalised the way you say you are, it's about you, the individual, and your coach, isn't it? And then country second.
Pretty much. It is an individual sport, and it is an individual event, and I am it. But we are part of a New Zealand team. And, you know, you have to... it'd be great to be part of that team. It'd be great to have New Zealand support there. But at the end of the day, it's only myself, the circle, where I got to throw, and Jean-Pierre. That's all I got to worry about on the day. And being in a team environment, for me, it's great, but at the same time, it can be a distraction. So you have to minimise every distraction that's in your path. That, you know, that when you get there, nothing gets in your way. And you just have to plan and prepare for that to try and prevent anything that may pop up.
Well, that last 10 minutes of the All Blacks in the World Cup, they showed you've got to plan for everything. Are you planning for everything?
Pretty much, and it's all that preparation from way back. You know, when you get to the day, you pretty much know what to do. It's just a matter of dealing with the pressure and the 80,000 people that's around you screaming. But everything happens before the 6th of August for me, and that's starting now. That's starting in 3 weeks' time when I go to World Indoors in Istanbul, you know. Everything's starting now, heading into London. And you just got to, you know, be as prepared as possible when you get into that situation. That's
why I wanted to do the interview now, because I reckon in the weeks to come, there won't be time for interviews. It'll be all there.
I won't be here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I go next week, and that's the end of me with NZ.
We opened by talking about your development as a person. You know where you're at now.
Yep.
Do you know where you want to go?
No, not really.
No.
How I approach things is, you know, London is my first goal. London is what I want to do, and my goals are set on London. After London, next year is World Champs, and I want to take each year as it comes and prepare and be ready for whatever championship it comes up. I still have the love for the sport. I'm still motivated to be an athlete, and I think I'm not doing too badly at the moment to retire. But I love the sport so much that I don't want to give it up so soon.
Look, Val, there's no way you're going to retire. I'll still be interviewing you in 10 years' time.
I hope so.
Now, I'm still doing this job. If I'm still doing this job, you should... Good heavens, I should be interviewing you in 10 years' time at least.
Yes, Murray, but, you know, is like a gym session 5 times a week included in your job?
No. But you don't find this hard, do you?
What?
I'm talking about being a champion athlete. You don't find that hard, do you?
It has its moments.
Oh, come on, Val. Let's admit this. It's all come very naturally for you, hasn't it?
Oh, come
on. You've worked hard, but let's face it, I'm not going to put you down for the talent you've got. God gave you some wonderful talent.
Yes, he did, and so did my mummy and dad. But I like what I do, and I strive every day to be a great athlete for New Zealand. And if that means, you know, you're working hard to bring gold home for New Zealand, I'm going to bust my ass to do that.
Val, it's been fantastic watching you. And look, so many people want me to wish you the very best of luck for London.
Thank you very much. Thanks.